So Beastars season 3 is out. And in anticipation, I rewatched season 2. I did the same thing
Right.
with season 2, where I rewatched season 1 beforehand, and this is the final season, and
Mm-hmm.
it's making me want to reread the entire manga from the beginning because I picked up the manga from where the first season left off. So I've
Mm-hmm.
not read, the content from the first season of the manga.
Right.
Season 3, it's really good so far. I'm on episode 8 out of 12.
Mm. Ooh.
But that's only half of the final season, thank God. Because as you recall, I was afraid after I heard that they were cramming the final arc into one season.
Mm-hmm.
But a while back, we discovered that they were splitting it into two parts. Um,
Mm.
and yeah, as happy as I am to hear that, I'm tired of this splitting the final season into part shit like they did with Attack on Titan. Just
Yeah.
make it separate seasons. Just call this season 3 and then call the next like 12 episodes or 8 episodes, however long it's going to be, the final season instead of calling it the final season part 1. Like that's weird.
That
Um
is very weird.
but yeah, the OP for the season is much better than the second season's. Second season OP wasn't bad. Like it was a good song that I think like, did
Serviceable.
well. But like but
Mhm.
like in comparison to the first season, it just didn't fit the vibe. The first season had this super like Japanese jazz feel that was really cool. It's kind of like
Mhm.
the ending for the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen that went viral. That song was so good.
Oh yeah.
I'll still listen to that
It
song
was.
all the
It
time.
was.
That's
Real.
that's how like the feeling of the first B-Star opening was, and it also actually now I think about it, I think it was literally the exact same band. Um, and yeah, and it also had like stop motion animation in the animation for the opening,
Mhm.
and they didn't do that for the second season. Second season they used the same type
Oh,
of
boo.
animation that they do in the regular show, and they use like a generic Japanese pop song. Um,
Mhm.
but the second season, they brought it back. They learned their lesson, thank God. And it's stop motion animation and a jazzy song, and yeah, it's real good. But yeah,
Nice,
the
nice,
season's
nice.
real good so far. Beastars is just great. Watch Beastars. I know a lot of people. I talked about it like a while back before you joined the podcast about how a lot of people don't watch this show because they just think it's Fury fetish stuff. But no, it's just a really good
Mhm.
show. There's
Yeah.
definitely an aspect of that to it. I'm not even gonna hold you, but like literally an aspect of the show is like one of the characters. Like, look, it's some furry shit. I'm not going to pretend like it's
Yeah,
not,
like I
but
mean
it is
that's
some good
inherent.
storytelling. It's just a good story. Um, it's also strange to think that this is a shonen because it's a very atypical shonen. Um,
Mm.
I feel like that's happening a lot lately, where genres
Mhm.
are starting to branch off. Like Danadan, which I forgot to write it down, but yeah, still watch Danadan. Um, is like it's kind of like a rom com in the same sense as Ranma, where it
Right.
um I think Ranma is like considered a shojo versus like Inuyasha, which is by the same creators, considered a shonen. But
Yeah.
they have the
Makes
exact
sense.
same vibe despite that fact. Um,
Mhm.
there's a big emphasis on romance alongside all the action. Um, and Dandadan, which is mostly considered shonen, has a lot of romance, very similar to Ranma, in combination with action. And I feel like Beastars is the same way, except that Beastars is much more slice of life, if I'm being honest. And I like that. I like
Mm.
that a lot about Beastars, and I want more stuff like this, where there's a decent amount of action, but like if I'm being honest, like action is like 10% of the show. Like
Mm.
the other 90% of the show is slice of life. This man Legoshi just living his life and like being a high schooler, and it's very cool. It's a very good show.
Sounds cool.
And it's animated by Studio Orange. The best to do it when it comes to
Yep.
3D animation and anime.
The goat. The goat.
And they'll finally be finished with this, so they could finish Land of the Lustrous and do second season of Trigun.
Funny, funny, funny. I don't think we're ever getting a second season of Land of Lustrous. I'm gonna be honest. As a Lustrous fan, despite the manga being, and you know what? I'm okay with that. Read the manga. Read the manga. It's so good. I love Ichikawa's storytelling. It's great. And speaking of Trigun, we're probably gonna get news on season 2, if not this month, then next month. The directors had said something about it on Twitter, so keep your eyes peeled.
Cool.